The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Attaboy, Happer.
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
It was not free pizza. I see your comments. There was no free pizza. We went live before the tweet that's scheduled at 8 even went off. So I get out of here with your free pizza, Rex. 8 on the dot, no intro music. It was live. We're good. It's Tuesday. This is Craft Brewed Sports. I'm Mike. That's Scott. Scott, how you feeling, man?
I refuse to let down the crusade. We will not pay for pizza ever. You will never get free pizza on our dime. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right, man.
I need to fix my light over here. My face is looking all chroma keyed out.
I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to make fun of you, but since you said it, it was kind of weird.
Dick.
It looked patchy. It looked like you looked a little patchy.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of chroma keying out and looking patchy, Mookie's here. Mookie, how you feeling, man?
I can't find my beer on Untapped, and it's stressing me out, man. Like, I know it's the second of like a 2-pack or whatever, and the company has like 89 billion different variations on the same beer where it's like grapefruit IPA, grapefruit ale, grapefruit this and fucking that. Like, just let me check into my shit.
The fucking that.
Mookie, why don't you use the Untapped feature that lets you scan the barcode?
I do, and it pulls up the wrong beer.
Oh, well, that sounds like an Untapped problem.
It is bad data quality, and I'm pissed about it.
Or it's the brewery's problem, and they're reusing UPC codes. I don't know. Look, I'm not.
All I know is it shouldn't be my problem, and it's my problem, and I'm pissed about it.
Fair enough. Ed saying, just got home from the gym. Have we talked about how Zipped Up got zipped up yet?
Shit.
I forgot the basketball tournament was a thing until I saw the Zip 'em Up team lose. And then I was like, oh, good thing I didn't ask for press credentials this year because that sucks. Oh, well, no, whatever. It is what it is.
No, whatever.
It's, you know what? I'm happy for UC fans because you got to see a Xavier team lose at Fifth Third Arena for like the first time in ages. So good for you guys. Happy for you that you got to experience that. We do have a lot to get to tonight. We got to talk about this Kelce cereal. And also, fellas, I want to know what your mix is. So start thinking now what your mix is going to be because we got to get to that. We've got to talk college football 25. That game, it's shaken me to my core, guys. I don't know if I can ever recover from what happened to me the first time I played that. I've got a story from baseball world. Bobby Witt Jr. nearly getting the cycle. Scott, I don't know if you saw that. I don't think you guys talked about that on Backwards K last night. Shenanigans going on there. Plus,
that's because that happened like during the show. Like that was going on during the show.
But I didn't know if when the sixth inning, were you guys still on in the sixth inning? When
I'm not sure. I just remember hearing before I went to bed that he had the opportunity for a cycle and he had one more at bat. And then when I woke up, I heard that he got hit in his last inning.
You blew it. You blew it. That was the lead. We were trying to. It was the tease to get people.
No,
to stick around
there's no tease. No, we're good.
Okay, well. There goes that story. Thanks, Scott.
Has anyone ever gotten thrown out for the cycle? Like where, okay, you get thrown out at first, easy enough, right? But maybe you're trying to stretch a single into a double and you get thrown out at second. And
then the hit wouldn't count.
No, I know the hit wouldn't count, but it would be like put out by like
it's like when they have the home run cycle, when you get like a solo home run, a 2-run home run, 3-run home run, and a grand slam. That's like the home run cycle. He wants to know if you've got an out cycle where you get thrown out at every base.
One of the bases.
Does it have to be, Mookie, in your out cycle, does it have to be on the at bat, or can it be like you got thrown out trying to steal third and you've just gotten thrown out at each base?
You know what? We'll see how many people did it, and we may have to loosen the parameters.
Okay, fair enough.
Because you know what it
I'd
is.
just be curious about how many times that had happened in a game in Major League Baseball history. Like the idea of getting thrown out at each one of the bases sounds near impossible. Because I mean,
right, like just trying to get that triple bagger, getting thrown out at third.
I mean, you got 4 at bats to try to accomplish that on most nights. Like it's like you'd have to go perfectly, like getting thrown out. I don't know, man. That would be rough.
But also amazing.
Might be more difficult than the immaculate inning. So there we go. There's a stat for us to dig into. Mookie, see how many times that's happened in baseball history.
All right, hold on, Sarah. There's your first Google.
We're also going to talk Team WNBA, the WNBA All Star game team at WNBA All Stars taking down Team USA, and what we all knew what was going to happen. We called it from the start. It came to fruition. We'll talk about that. We also have to talk about LeBron and what he's doing with Team USA. You okay over there, Mook?
Yeah, so I'm typing out the Google search, right? And I'm going, has anyone ever gotten thrown out at each base and then it autofilled in a relationship?
Damn.
I feel like that is a savage Google burn right there. Like, whoo,
yeah, I don't even know what that means. Like getting thrown out at a base, like just straight denied. Like,
I mean,
yeah, you go in for the kiss and she turns the cheek, and then you finally get the kiss and you go up the shirt and she slaps the hand away, and then you progress. You just get swatted at each base.
Because like the thrown out on baseball bases cycle, like you still have to stay in the game and advance to each situation to have the opportunity to get, gunned down at home trying to pull a suicide squeeze, right? Like you just don't happen into that situation.
Rex wants to know if someone had an uncycle, a homer that got robbed, thrown out trying to get a triple, thrown out trying to get a double, and thrown out at first. I will go. I have not looked this up. I have no idea. No, that's never happened in baseball history. I guarantee that is a stat you can take to the bank. And yes, Rex, I do agree. Consent does matter. It's the 11th commandment. That's why you stop when you get thrown out. Listen, tons to get to. We'll get to all of that.
I feel like we should have had a for more drop there.
Better late than never, I suppose.
Thank you, Mook. Appreciate you. Let's talk about these beers that we are drinking tonight. We're going to rate them on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what is in your mug tonight, dog or no dog?
I got to be honest, I couldn't find anything this week that I liked in the couple of times I was out at the store, so I said, fuck it, we're going back to Scott Kaiser's lab, and we're going to mix some old shit. And I loved last week's Orange Twist so much that I'm bringing the Orange Twist back from Southern Tier, the old creamsicle, and I thought, let's mix it with a little wooden cask Girl Next Door Blonde Ale. And let me tell you, that I would say like this ends up being like the perfect mix, only because I still am a little bit surprised at how boozy that creamsicle tastes. Like it's real good. The flavor is amazing, but you're just like, you could taste the alcohol. Well, the Girl Next Door cuts into it, and it mixes it, blends it better. So I like it. It's a dog.
I love your concoctions that you come up with. Like, you are a mad scientist when it comes to just mixing beers that you have around the house. And I might need to go down this route, Scott, to get me back into craft beer. Because I was just saying, like, I'm struggling. I drink.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. You go to the store and, like, there's nothing. Or it's all the same. Like, I just nothing strikes me anymore. And I see, like, when it does, I grab it immediately because it's so rare. But many times I'm walking up and down the aisle and I'm just like, this is it. There's 9,000 beers in here and none of them sound good.
Yeah, I just need a stout store. That's what I need. I think that's my problem. I have better luck when it gets a little colder out because I could just any stout. I'm just gonna grab it and be happy with it. So maybe that's the issue. Mookie, what are you drinking tonight? Dog or no dog?
Important question for Scott first, though, from Sarah. Since it's part Girl Next Door, is it a dog or a bitch?
Oh,
dog. We're equal opportunity here. Females be dogs too. I ain't stepping on that landmine.
She did try to set you up.
Well, you got to shoot the shot at least, right? I'm over here though with this Main Squeeze Grapefruit IPA from Talia Brewing Company. I like it, but I had a hell of a time finding it on tap despite having checked into it once already. So I'm mad about it. So I'm gonna just. That's still a dog. No, it's good. It's a good beer. Just the right amount of grapefruit, a little tart, not too bad, but also kind of sweet. So it makes it 7% easy drinking over here. It's a dog. I hate.
Were you about to downgrade your beer just because you couldn't find it on Untappd? Was that your plan right there? Like you were gonna downgrade the beer because you couldn't check into it on the beer social media app,
despite having already checked into it once. So like it should have figured that out and put that right at the top of the list when I was searching for it, but I came to my senses.
It's not the beer's fault. It's the app's fault. Why would you penalize the beer for the app? That's why I don't understand your logic. Why would you downgrade the beer because the app was incorrect? That's
the logical approach, but in the moment when I'm upset, I'm
brain.
like, no.
You're right.
Like,
no, don't say anything else. Mookie brain. That's the explanation. Got it. Fair enough. Robert Taylor said he's drinking Untitled Art and Microphone Brewing's 11% ABV vanilla hazelnut coconut imperial stout. He says it's a dog. It sounds amazing. This is what I'm talking about. I don't see beers like this in the store. I see Mike's Harder Lemonade and like 4 different.
Maybe you need to go to better stores. Like, have we thought about that?
You don't want me to say where I buy my beers from.
I know where you buy your beers, and I'll ask you the question again because I know what is
maybe
there.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just need to go to a better bottle shop than the Kroger beer aisle in Norwood.
Again, we're very hyper locally, assorted, if you will.
It's fair. Also, Kroger in Norwood, not really.
Right. They're not worried about selling craft beers. All those college
it's
kids.
not
like,
the craft beer center of the universe. It's the they had a huge pallet of Busch Light Peach today when I went to the store.
I was gonna say, I bet you they have like 3 different flavors of Keystone, probably. Like, or no, they probably have 4 because they got Keystone, Keystone Light, Keystone Ice, and then like Keystone Seltzer. Right? I bet you that's a fucking thing, right? Like,
I don't know if that's a real thing, but it sounds like it could be a thing, and I would have crushed that in college.
Probably.
They do have like multiple variations of Busch. Like they've got the camouflage cans and the regular cans, and then the Busch Light Peach. And I'm like, wow, I see you here. Gabe is drinking Cosmic Little Thing IPA, 8% from Sierra Nevada. He says it's a dog. Matt Barr got a variety pack from Bell's, the Two-Hearted variety pack. He said he's 2 in, 2 dogs. Can't wait to taste the others. Sarah pointing out, Gabe had mentioned that Xavier and Dayton are playing again. I did hear about this. It's a charity game. Sarah, I don't think it's at X. I think it's in Dayton. So we could possibly lose that game. If it was at Xavier, Dayton has no chance.
Right.
They don't win here. Gabe right there to correct it. It's at Dayton. Rex is drinking Ace Imperial Pineapple Hard Cider, 8%. It is a dog. Dude, a hard cider that's 8%? That's not right, is it? Have you seen a cider come in at 8% before?
Yeah, they've got some of those. I don't know what I like. It's kind of like their version of like Bud Light Platinum, where it's like this cider like has
Bud Light
that extra.
Blackout.
Yeah. No, but I have seen them because I think they have a version of that for the hell is the one that Angry Orchard is the one my wife drinks, and like there was one that like comes in a high octane version now.
High octane.
It's like 8%.
Needs.
Like you're just like, I didn't know that we needed to add 3% more to the ciders.
See, I always had to juice my own Angry Orchard when I had it, and I would put Fireball in it. You drink it down to the label and then fill it back up with Fireball and mix it. It's really good. The cinnamon and apple, it's delicious. But that's the way back in my day, that's how we juiced up our ciders. You just poured liquor in it like a man.
Be a man.
Stupid. Chase, by the way, said he tried to Google the uncycle thing and Google treated him like he had it.
Yep, that tracks.
Scott, Gabe wants to know, does combining 2 double IPAs make it a quad IPA?
I saw him ask that question earlier and my brain broke because I'm like, I don't know. Well, that's a lot of 2s, but I don't think so. Like, I think it just makes it a really strong 2. I don't know. That's all right. Like, I don't know.
I feel like this is an anti-math show, not because we're anti-math, but just because we ain't trying to think that hard. So
right, like it broke my brain. I'm like, I don't know. God damn, don't come in here with good questions.
Right?
Nothing that makes me think that hard.
Really strong 2 was how I was introduced when they did the dating auction for my David. They're like, this next guy is a really strong 2 who wants to bid on Mike Burlon.
I mean, it's better than anything less. Like,
you could have been a 1.5. You're right.
Right.
Nobody wants to go number 1, but they always need to go number 2.
And here's a solid 1. He's a hell of a guy. He's a one of a kind. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want.
I'd rather be a solid 2.
A strong 2. It was a strong 2.
Strong 2.
Yeah, he's a strong 2.
Solid.
He's very clearly in this 2 range.
So is that like?
Yeah, but that was like before the Dick V and all that. Like they put you in there now. Like you're going fucking 1. Like you're like there's no doubt. Like they're like, hey, we got this 10 coming to the stage. Check out that Dick V. It's fucking over. All right, well. The charity just reached right there. They just hit the high bid. They hit the goal on that one. We said Dick V and it was over. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Good time, Mook. Good time.
That was perfect.
I just wish it was louder so that, it picked up the audio. Because, man,
it's better when it's not. I love that, like, when we play that, the audio-only audience just thinks there's dead air for a little bit. They don't get the gag, and it's my favorite. A little treat for the video audience. I picked up a new Belgium variety pack, and tonight's is the 1985 Mango IPA. This is good. It's absolutely dog. A lot of good fruit flavor in this one. Fantastic beer. Highly recommend. Let us know in the comments what you are drinking if you haven't already.
Chase said strong 2 is like borderline 3. So there you go, Mikey. You're probably at least at like a high 4 now with that Dick V, right? Hands down.
Yeah, you keep your hands down. Where we can fucking see him, dude. Talking about his Dick V like that and then having your hands up. Get away.
I would rather his hands be up. I don't want his hands down.
Yeah, I was going to say, really,
show me your hands, Mookie. All right, thank you. We're going to start the show. Let's talk.
What are we doing?
What are we doing is a great question. Mookie.
Yeah, I mean, right?
We're going on a long time asking it.
I would love to discuss Borderlands 2, Robert, but I don't think that's where we're headed.
I've never played. I don't know.
Bro, now that you got one, after you're just starting to wean down your interest on college football a little bit, pick it up as like your alternative, like, strain, if you will.
Okay, can we talk about college football for a second? First of all, thank you to all of you who are watching the show, who took the time out of your dynasty to watch the show, or in Matt Barr's case, where he said hearing James Madison as he's playing as James Madison, it was a pure elation to him. So thank you for listening in while you're playing. That is the most realistic video game I have ever seen in my life. College Football 25 is the most realistic game. It has nothing to do with the graphics. It has nothing to do with the gameplay. It has everything to do with the fact that the first time I turned that game on, the first game I played, which was last night, because I have kids and I don't have time anymore. I played it last night, and I threw on University of Cincinnati versus Notre Dame. I was like, I'm going to beat the shit out of Cincinnati. Here we go. This is run up the score. I'm going to score 100 on these motherfuckers. I have not played. The extent of my video game playing since NCAA 2014 has basically been like Mario Kart with the kids and like stupid games like that. So I'm not in gaming shape, right? And I set it at All American to start with because that's
God
14 as I played as All American.
Your
Here's
poor
why this
butthole.
game is realistic, because just like every Notre Dame game and every Notre Dame season, when they play a shitty opponent, exactly, Gabe, I lost just like they did. With 3 minutes to go in the game, I was down 52-48 to Cincinnati. I couldn't tackle anybody. I had a chance to make a stop with a minute left that would have given me the ball back. It was 3rd and 7. And just like a Notre Dame team would do, they converted the 3rd down and then proceeded to run out the clock, and I lost 52-48. So most realistic game I've ever seen in my life.
Can we just take a moment though to put some respect to my man's name over here, that he came off the street cold as fuck and put up 48 points on All-American in college
that's pretty
football
impressive.
25. That's legit.
Look, I picked up the passing game. I picked that up pretty quick. My biggest issue is I tend to it was auto switching me to the defender covering the pass, and was switching to try to get to that defender. So I was switching off of the guy, and then they were wide open. So it really.
The defensive switching, whatever you would call that, is not great. I feel you there, because it happens a lot to me when I'm rushing the quarterback and I'm getting a guy loose and then I see a second coming from the side. I like to switch to have the secondary defender there. And then it puts me as like the fucking punter on the sideline warming up. And I'm like, are you serious? And then the quarterback somehow gets out of the pocket and runs for 40 yards. It's amazing, though. I mean, is that game? I mean... And here's the kicker. This is a bit more of a Cincinnati thing, but in my road to glory, obviously I wasn't good enough to walk on at Notre Dame and be the starter. So I went to UC of all places, and Nippert, as far as the stadium, the way they've got it modeled, everything is fucking dead on. It's amazing. And I got to be honest, I'm a little bit shocked because it's like UC, who gives a shit, but I can't wait to play all the other stadiums in the country in the game, because I feel like you're going to actually get a taste of like what it is to be there, even though I don't actually want to, pay to fly to Boise and play in a blue field.
Scott, how are you experiencing college football 25? Because I think you had that same feedback that Matt Barr has, that kicking can kick rock.
Kind of.
No, kicking was bullshit. Like it's not for the faint of heart. I've shanked them all. Like I've made some, but I'm probably like, I guess some people are like, oh, it sounds realistic. Like, I mean, like your typical college kicker, like not your Mike Nugent, like not your superstar college kicker, like your typical college kicker just at any old college, like 50%. That's like as best I can give you at any fucking time. But that is not where the problems lie. The problems lie in the fact that the first game I played, I was like, wow, I'm back in the saddle, because I've played a little bit more frequently, obviously, than you have, but not football games. Like I got out of Madden, and I've played a handful of games just like in passing. The kids have it. I threw my hands on them a couple of times and whomped them down, but like not. It was just basic. It wasn't anything that I had to like high level. I haven't enjoyed Madden for a long time.
MLB the show doesn't translate, is what you're saying.
Right. And so this was kind of like my reintroduction in that first game. I was like, all right, I'm good to go. Yeah, the subsequent ass whippings I've been subject to since then have not all been fun. I will say it's fun in that even though I'm getting my ass kicked, I keep wanting to come back. Like I'm like, I want to get better. I want to get better. Like I want to do this. And my brother and I were talking about it earlier, and it's just everything feels rewarding. It's like even when I'm throwing 92 picks a game, I can always be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have thrown it into double coverage or tried to thread that needle, or holy fuck, where did that safety come from? He was totally hidden. But I mean, yeah, I guess if I threw it there, like, and he came out from there, then yeah. And the same thing with the run game, though. Like, I mean, when you like hit the hole and follow your blocks and get sprung free, like it feels good. So yeah, it's fun as hell. And I will say this, I've been struggling to find a playbook that I consistently
Oh, so, that question. Gabe chiming in with an important question, because for you that don't know,
just been
Mike
playing
and Notre
I've just
Dame all the
been
way.
playing
Scott's
with
unaffiliated.
Toledo. I just been playing with Toledo.
Well,
Are
hold
you
on.
kidding me?
No. He's not doing exhibition games with Toledo, right? That's like your dynasty is Toledo.
No. It's just been exhibition games, but I have
Oh,
moved
bro.
around playing exhibition games with other teams. Like I've been Tennessee, I've been Texas. It's same thing with Mookie was saying. We're just like, well, shit, I want to see like what the cool entrances and like all the stuff they've got going on
Dude,
for
it's
some of the
sick.
other schools. Yeah, no, it is. It's really like the presentation is amazing. So
Speaking
yeah,
of
I've
Tennessee,
just picked random teams like that just to be.
Speaking of Tennessee, I'm going to take us on a quick tangent. Did you see that the SEC dubbed Tennessee as the official UT of the SEC? So when they have the graphics up, UT will be Tennessee, Texas will be TEX. So
Nice.
Texas fans are not happy about this at all. They are not happy that they are
amazing.
the little brother UT in the SEC to Tennessee.
Oh, that's awesome. They got, well, you know what, though? New kids on the block. You get whatever's left over. Like, sucks to suck. Y'all came and joined us. I bet Tennessee behind closed doors probably said that shit too. Like, yo, we've been in the conference. Like, we're keeping fucking UT. Fuck them motherfuckers. They can be TEX. They think they're just going to come in the conference and take that shit from us because they're Texas. Like, fuck, they are.
I'm starting
y'all
to
just
think
better-
Greg Sankey has a personal vendetta against Texas. He's like, you know what? Fuck you. You're allowed to do horns down. You're TEX. You're not UT anymore. Fuck you, Texas. Let's go.
You look,
Well, no, this is like the baptism by fire. It's like they've played on the peripherals. And it's like, yeah, you've owned the Big 12 and done your thing but you came with your hat in hand and came knocking on our door, like wanting to get in once everything started to kind of spill out and the writing was on the wall. So you know what? You're gonna eat shit. You're gonna come in here and you're gonna be treated like the freshman. Like you're gonna fucking carry our shit and go pick up bagels and do all that type of shit, Texas. Like we don't give a fuck what kind of traditions you've got. You're new to the SEC, bitch.
I'm ready to go crazy because
that's it. Y'all better watch out. You just better watch out. Because that's what Texas is going to be coming for y'all. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like because I do think they're going to get a little bit of a smack around here when they get in an SEC schedule. But yeah, trust me, y'all best not mess with Texas.
I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics.
Not as good on
not as crisp, not as clean.
I should have quit while you were ahead.
But I hit the important one.
So Scott, I'm surprised that you are playing just like exhibition games with Toledo. So my dynasty team is Akron.
What?
So after I lost to Cincinnati with Notre Dame, I was like, okay, time to start the dynasty. Here we go. I got that under my belt.
You started with Akron, though?
Yeah. You always got to go Maction. You always start with Maction.
Yeah, dude. And that's why.
Why?
Well, I mean, besides Toledo being the hometown team,
Like,
it's Maction. Like that's
it's
where I'm
Maction.
starting my career.
You got to go Maction.
Why?
Yeah.
But why? For what?
Because it's perfectly
purposes that
middle of the
serve
road.
in seeing Notre Dame win a national title? Because that's the ultimate goal. Like,
Because
why put
that's
that
Why
on
you
the
work
road?
your way up to that,
Down the road.
motherfucker?
Yeah, this is my dynasty, but this is year one. I'm not a scrub off the street that just gets hired on at Notre Dame. Are you kidding?
Come
So what you're
on,
saying is you're not
man.
JJ Redick, effectively.
Yeah,
You're not the
exactly.
JJ Redick of college football.
Yeah, there's no nepotism
mean-
hire for one Mike Burlon. As a coach.
Oh man,
Yeah,
the
So-
self-flagellation, Mike. Sometimes I worry about you.
Look,
man.
you got it with it. If
What? You're not even doing.
if
You're not even doing
starting your
dynasty right if you don't do
Yeah.
it that way.
Where do you
Come
go
on.
if you like? Is your dynasty plan to just have?
You're
Notre
just
Dame win
30 years at Notre Dame.
Yes, exactly. 30 straight national championships. Period. End of
No,
sentence.
Mookie. Here's how the dynasty scheme works. You start off in the MAC, okay? You build up a MAC program,
And then you go
become
to a
like
head
national
coach
title contender.
at some small school.
Exactly. Then you go small school. That's where you move on to like your Boise State.
Your Kennesaws
or,
this year. Your Kennesaw
Yeah.
States.
Kennesaw
Yeah.
State.
Then-
Wow, that's a cut.
Then after that, that's when you make the jump to the big time. But you don't go
Yes.
full on. You go like
No.
big. Like you go big conference, but
Yes.
team in the conference.
Yes.
And then after that,
Yo,
dream school.
Mike,
That's what you do.
you know
Mike, Mike Burlon and I are reading from the same fucking playbook.
okay, actually, no.
One of the last and most fondest dynasties that I did, and I'm pretty sure it was in 14. I did that same thing, and I didn't get to move on because my PlayStation 3 crapped out. But I was turning Kentucky into a football powerhouse. I was like, fuck that. They're only known for basketball, but when Scott Kaiser leaves here, they're gonna have a national championship. And I was going to, move on, but I was in like my 4th or 5th year. Like you get kind of, you get kind of connected to them.
That's the way you do.
You don't want to go, man.
I remember now because it was 2014, and like that was before conference realignment was such a thing. And so what I did is year 1 start out as Notre Dame, win a national title. Year 2. You go to the AAC or whatever the American at the time, and then you just work your way down the list of every single conference. So then you get a conference title everywhere and another national title every year. And that's where you're start for me.
Game. Yeah, you're playing a
I'm going a different route here. Yeah.
You're looking to cram the trophy case.
Absolutely.
I'm looking to build up my coaching resume.
Yeah.
That's the second dynasty. That's the one that comes after I get bored of just beating everyone to a pulp and I want to work.
The idea is to work your way up to one of the, either turning a once proud franchise or school or whatever into the powerhouse.
Notre Dame. Duh. That's why I start there, bro.
Yeah, but you have to. The backstory has to be there. You have to work your way up. You have to earn it, man. You can't just show up and here I am, day 1. Took Notre Dame to national title. That's the worst.
Is it any different if I make my name Rudy?
No, it's worse.
Okay, so speaking of that, I spent 30 minutes going through the heads of coaches.
Oh my
because
God,
it's not like
brutal.
just the customizable thing. Like you're just picking a stock head, at least from what I could tell. I could not find a Lou Holtz because I was gonna be Lou Holtz and just bring Lou Holtz back and have him coach Akron. Couldn't do it. Couldn't find one. So now I'm a black dude with dreads. That's and you know what?
Guys,
feels right.
Guys,
oh gosh.
I suck. I'm so terrible. I lost 52-0 to Ohio State. And then
no. You did what you're supposed to. You were Akron. You got your paycheck, right? Like you got your paycheck to keep the athletic department afloat. Like you did.
Yeah, but it wasn't that 52. I know what that's like. It's not just like 52, but we moved the ball, just made errors, just couldn't finish drives. It's just straight fucking drives. Like you just getting your ass pounded. 3 and outs every time you touch the ball. They score in 2 or 3 plays. Oh god,
this is also telling me a lot about us as gamers as well, because I'm like, that sounds miserable. Why the fuck would you play that game? Like like if I don't at least have a shot.
Mookie's like, fuck this. I'm putting it on varsity and I'm running the table.
That's right. Step 1, you win all the accolades, get all the Xbox achievements. Step 2, you play the game for real. That's how it goes.
There it is. Right there is the difference. Right there. Mookie just hit it. He plays this game like an Xboxer, not as a PlayStation. There's a difference.
You guys. That's such a weak trope.
I'm just here to get all the trophies, and I'm going to set it on an easy mode and dominate. Us PlayStation users, we earn it, Mookie. It's worth more to us.
Mike.
Do you know the pep talk I gave to my boys at halftime as we were down 24-0 to Ohio State? I was like, boys, we are in this. You came into the shoe. We are in this game. A couple of balls bounce our way, and then we just go.
For those of you at home too, he means his actual sons. He gave the pep talk to his kids who were playing the game with him there. Mike was going all in on this.
I'm role playing even further. The exhibition games that I'm playing right now, this is me figuring it out at the high school level, so that when I take that first coordinator job at UT, I've earned it because I've taken my lumps at the high school level, refining my playbook, getting ready. Like when they hire me at UT, it's because they've seen what I can do at the high school level and they think that it can transition over and they want me to take over the program. And I don't even know what my dream job is, because that's the thing. When you don't have like a dream job, who knows where my career is going to take me and what school I'm going to turn into national power. I can tell you this right now, the way I've been playing, I'll be lucky if the FCS Pandas hire me to like refill the water. Because it's been fucking rough. Like they're like, yeah, we see those high school numbers. You look like shit. You're getting dominated by kids that don't recruit or schools that don't recruit. Like,
but see, it's got this. I figured it out here as Mike was talking to you. I think what I get it. I understand it for you. That makes sense for you. You're a 49ers fan. You have a successful franchise to follow. Mike, You and I are Notre Dame fans, and we know they will let us down year over year, and we're always going to end up getting our hearts broken. So why would you do that to yourself again in a game that's supposed to be fun and take your mind off that shit? Like,
because Mookie, I don't want to be the reason that Notre Dame loses the national. Somebody else. I can always sit here and be like, I can't believe they called that play. I can't believe they dropped that pass. That's their fault. Why do they always let me down? But if I'm the one holding the sticks and I lose that national championship game, I have nobody to blame but myself. And I can't in good conscience do that to myself. Do you know how upset I get? You know how upset I get when Notre Dame loses a game in real life. Imagine
yeah, dude.
I was responsible for them losing the national championship. It would be wrecked for weeks. It would be weeks of depression, not wanting to get out of bed, and it's all my fault. Can't do it. But after I work my way up the ladder, and I've spent time at Akron, and I've gone to Chattanooga.
To hell and back.
Yeah, and then I make it to the mountaintop, and I win that national championship for Notre Dame. It feels so good. It feels so good.
Hell yeah.
I honestly, legitimately hope that you get the chance to do that. I know you literally just bought this PlayStation, but I fear that is going to take you so long with the little time that machine will break before that happens.
I'm lucky to play one game a week.
Yeah, like Mike is having the true football experience here. He's got like the one game a week. The rest of the time he's thinking about it, game planning, if you will, mentally, but can't get on the field until that magical Thursday night or whenever.
I am playing the game in my head. Sarah said, as a non-gamer, the thought process and investment you all have in this is fascinating.
Look,
Sarah,
this ain't got shit to be doing a gamer. This is role playing, like how you would handle.
It literally
this shit
is,
if this was real life, like this. That's what's great about these type of modes. It's just like, if I were a coach, like this is how I would hope, or how I would like handle my career. And you like to think, you wouldn't be a Bobby Petrino and leave in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, I know 100% I would. Like, fuck you, pay
well,
me. I would.
Yeah, we know where your loyalty is,
right? Like, I'm out, gone.
Yeah, nobody thought you would be anything
Bye.
different. They wouldn't even get a note. You would leave them. You'd leave them mid-drive. You would fuck end of the game. Where's Coach?
Are you saying? Are you saying they'd come back from
guess...
commercial and be like, and so Coach Wyborski's left the sidelines? And
yeah, it's 3rd and 7. Coach Drew is gone. Apparently, we got word he left the stadium.
Fuck y'all! I'm taking my Gucci bags with me. We going.
Twitter's starting to talk. It turns out he's taking a new job. Mid-drive.
Mookie just said, Coach Wyborski. Drew, do you go by your own name? Do you put your own name in when you're the coach? Like, are you the guy?
So when I'm
Matt
in the
Barr,
Dynasty,
Matt Barr said Kendrick Duckworth is going to lead
that's
Charlotte
beautiful.
to the Promised Land.
That's beautiful.
So what's the name you use?
In the Dynasty, when I'm coach, it's my full proper legal name. When it's my player, it's either Drew or Mookie or Wybo or some other shit like that. Because I'm like, oh, I'm a player. I got some personality. I got to get those Twitter followers. But when I'm coach, straight up all business.
Scott, please tell me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try to create an accurate representation of me. It's Coach Kaiser all the fucking way.
I'm a large black man with dreads. I'm Francis Xavier.
I think we already knew where you were landing. Yeah.
Francis Xavier, and I'm
Francis. That's a strong name though, right there. That's
and I'm not saying that it's not okay to have, but because I don't create myself for everything. Like I like there's just Sarah.
Yes, Sarah. That's 100% accurate.
Duh.
And she was answering to something else entirely.
Robert
but yes,
said everybody role playing their dynasty is just one D20 away from creating a
Hold on.
Rex said D&D for college football fans. Basically, yes.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, because then you can be like, well, what kind of coach am I? Am I run and gun? Am I a defensive-minded coach?
Right.
We haven't even touched on Road to Glory yet, and like
Tyson wants somebody to make Ed Orgeron, and Sarah then requested Mookie do an Ed Orgeron accent.
Oh man,
don't fuck this up, man. It's right there.
Oh, we're just gonna be down here by Bayou. You're gonna run that football right up the middle there, and it's gonna be a great game.
It was a good accent. It's not.
You
what I
didn't
wanted.
say. Yeah, you didn't
not
say
what I wanted.
anything about being pregnant and
Yeah.
at a gas
Sorry, I
station.
missed that
like,
part. Like,
you missed the most important part of it. Or
which I got. Speaking of pregnant, is it weird that sometimes I forget she's pregnant?
No, happens
No,
all the time.
That's normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like people are like, oh my god, I heard you have someone on your way. I'm like, on our way where? Okay, good.
It was right there for you, Mookie. The joke
shit!
is there every time. It's just
Yeah.
it's me, Ed Orgeron. Like that's it. That's all you have to do every time.
Man, like,
How do you forget this joke every single time? It was a good impression. You did well with the voice. You did leave out her being pregnant. That's a very important aspect of an Ed Orgeron impression. But it's right there for the taking, Mookie.
I don't know.
It's fine. I'm used to you letting me down. Rex mentioned earlier in the chat that the Big 10 is staying at 18 teams, so the Big 18 will stay. I read that as well, only I saw they're satisfied with 18 teams for now.
Today.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was the headline, was for now, 18 teams is good. In other words, fuck you, Florida State. Right. You can win your lawsuit, you ain't coming here.
Dude,
here it comes.
The ACC keeps talking shit.
The Big 10. 2 divisions. Like coming to a Big 10 near you, like soon.
Here's
they'll
why,
play that
here's
card
why
as
the
long
Big
as they
10
have
is staying at 18. I'll tell you exactly why the Big 10 is staying 18. Because they're like, listen, we're going to stay at 18 for now until Notre Dame decides they want to join a conference.
Yeah.
20. As soon as Notre Dame starts
100%.
we're going to bring Notre Dame in. We're going to bring in somebody else, and we'll stay at 20.
Who would be the someone else?
Doesn't matter. They'll just
well,
take
no, I know, but I'm just
anybody.
like curious. Like, who do you think that might be or look like? Because clearly it's not Clemson or Florida State because no one wants to deal with them.
I could see it being. I could see them start picking apart the Big 12, like going after Kansas State or something like that, where they don't have, expanding that footprint around Nebraska, Iowa,
Kansas State
and
move.
Kansas. So I could see them going after that in Big 12 country.
Or hell, you go with Kansas, and then your basketball is even better now.
That's a good point, but it really doesn't matter. All they want is Notre Dame.
I was going to say they can literally pick a name out of a hat. Like,
again, another
Notre
reason
Dame
to
and
Notre Dame football coach.
Kansas State, come on in. The Cyclones have won. They got the rose.
That's not Kansas State.
Oh.
You're
I'm
thinking
thinking Iowa State. Yeah, see, there you go. Wait, you just said Kansas State, and Kansas State's the purple one. Yeah, I meant Iowa State.
Kansas State's the purple one. That's perfect.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. That's exactly the same way that my wife talks about college football with me. She's like, "Who's that?" Oh, the purple one. Got it. Okay, cool. We got Sunny D. We got the purple stuff. All right, cool. All right.
Are we gonna talk about this whole recruiting mode? Because I can't figure this shit out, man. You assign the action, but like, when does the action happen? When do you get the results of it?
I don't know, but I'm still getting used to the controls, and I accidentally offered 4 different guys last.
Oh yeah, I did that shit too. Don't.
I was trying to send him a DM, which is weird that that's one of the options.
Yeah, right. Like, hey,
into a kid's DMs. But then I accidentally offered him a scholarship, and I was like, whoops. At least he was a 3-star. We'll see how this turns out for Akron.
Hey, 3-star's a good gift for Akron. I mean, like, if you stumble it into a gem, why not take it, right? I'm excited for the recruiting mode. It feels detailed, but not overwhelming. I just need to understand the machinations because I keep getting hours every week, but like they never seem to go anywhere in advance. So it's like, well, so like now what?
My brother was bitching about it earlier. He's like, spent 4 weeks at number 1 on a guy's list, then out of nowhere, somebody just swoops in and you're number 3.
Oh man, that sounds like you lowballed him on the NIL deal. I don't even know if that's the thing that you can do, but that sounds like to me.
Oh man, remember when they did? Oh, that's some of the fun shit with the Road to Glory is you get the chances to take some slimy. Fuck you, Rex. Tutorial shit. I shouldn't have to read a tutorial. I should be able to do it by learning or learning by doing.
Guys, what happened to the book that had the instructions on the buttons that do what? Like when did that go away in video gaming? Because the
year was like 2000, Grandpa.
14.
I was gonna say, you nerds waited for the physical copy. Did they not send that in the physical copy?
Oh,
No.
they haven't. They don't send the instruction book. They stopped doing that seriously, like probably around 20 years ago, though. Like it's been a while.
I remember it in 2014.
No, and that's fine. Like
I
shortly
remember
after that,
fall.
like they stopped doing it because it was a precipitous fall where it's just like, yeah, we're doing this. Oh, this isn't a thing anymore. Yeah, we're not doing this anymore. You guys can just go online and print it out. Here's this card that tells you where to go.
Because who the fuck has a printer?
Yeah,
I do.
I don't.
I have one.
I got a scanner, but not a printer.
Rex saying it's usually a QR code.
well, now it is. It
Yeah.
used to. Yeah, I was gonna say it used to be just one of those little inserts with the website. It's like, go here if you want the website.
Also, yes, Robert saying, people, we need to go green and save the trees.
Oh.
Mike, where's my little booklet of info like I use Google for? Listen, I want it in the fucking book, in the package, so that I can pull it out and reference it as I'm playing the first game. I want to know which button is going to snap the ball, which I couldn't figure out how to pump up the crowd on defense. That's unacceptable. I'm very disappointed I couldn't figure that out.
Hey, Robert, that's 2.
That's fair. All right. College football, it's great. And Mookie, I mentioned it in our text thread. The best part about that game is that they gave a middle finger to the NCAA by it not being called NCAA football.
Oh my God. Yeah. And
25. Like it's
amazing. And like, I'm already retraining my brain to never call it NCAA football ever again. And it feels so good. You know what I mean? It just feels liberating almost.
It does. Tank, there's your grift. He said, it's now time to launch my little video game book for older millennials and Gen X business. You would kill it, Tank. But also, it's got to come in the game. You got to work with them. It's got to be in the jacket.
Hey, and you know what the worst part is, Mike, is it's EA Sports, right? It should be in the game jacket. I think there's a legit point here, though, too, because I understand more now as you think about this, Mike, or as I think about what you're saying. I need this shit written down because now when you Google it, you get these fucking 10-minute YouTube videos where it's some jackass talking for 9 minutes for like a 30-second clip of where I know how to do the thing I needed to do. And all it is, it's like, oh, yeah, you hold left trigger and hit X. But I got to watch all this shit so these people can make, ad money off it and whatever else. Give me a written version that might look like a booklet in the jacket of the game. You might be onto something.
Just give me that. Also, too many buttons on these controllers now, fellas. I don't like all these buttons. There's R2, there's L2, there's R1, L1, there's a left stick, right stick, there's directional pads, there's 4 different buttons. Too many buttons. Simplify it. Give me 2 buttons max. Go back to Nintendo. Give me 2 buttons. A snaps the ball. B does something, A does something. That's it. That's all we need. We've gotten.
Scott, this motherfucker over here wants Tecmo Bowl, but on an Xbox One, PlayStation 5 graphics level. Like that's what he wants, right?
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know what he's asking for because I don't miss the days of just the joystick or the directional pad and a couple of buttons. That shit sucked.
Dude, it was terrible.
I mean, I can barely now there's so many controls that I'm like, oh, I can do this. Oh, well, I'm never going to use that because I never think about it. Yeah, no, I was wondering that same thing while you were going on that spiel about that. Like, I'm like, the controllers haven't changed all that damn much, but whatever.
It's because I'm a former Xbox player. I've converted.
I didn't realize that. Well, welcome.
Yeah, it's nice. Sorry to bore you there, Scott. With the
we eat people every Tuesday.
Yeah, I've converted. I was an Xbox user up until this is the first time buying a PlayStation since the original PlayStation that we owned in the house that my brother peed on because he got drunk and thought it was a toilet. So
my best friend did that in high school too. That's crazy, man. What are the
Vic
odds?
tried to say that it wasn't pee. He was like, "No, I spilled water on it." And
bro, that is literally what
why
Josh
does it smell like piss down here?
Exactly.
Like, well, I don't know.
What other explanation is there? Fucking rat came in and pissed everywhere? No, you stood up and peed all over the Xbox.
What up, Big Merg? Big Merg said, "What's up, fuckers?" Tank did say he likes that this show is pro physical media. We are.
Hell yeah.
Physical media.
Speaking of which, you motherfucking assholes who stole Tank's painting. If I ever find you, we gonna have fists, and it's not gonna end well for you. Don't do crime, kids. Stay in school.
Don't do crime. All right, let's switch gears because we could do an entire episode on college football 25.
Oh wait, real quick, before we move
on.
I want my fucking flowers because Rex is asking, "Welcome to PlayStation," and what need to add you. Go on ahead and tell the people what your PlayStation Network name is, courtesy your boy.
Courtesy of Scott Kaiser. And I do have to tell you, Scott, I told somebody else my name and they were like, that's hilarious. And
Fuck yeah!
My PlayStation Network name is Jinja, not Ginger. That's the name that was bestowed upon me by Scott.
But also,
I don't know how that fits, but sure.
well, Matt was also screaming for it earlier, so I was like, we're for it.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, let's
one more time for the people at home, Mike. What is your PlayStation
Jinja,
handle?
Not Ginger. So go ahead and
there's an underscore in there, right? It's like Jinja. It's like separated.
No, I think I went.
I messed with the caps.
I think I went with caps to separate it out.
So okay, cool.
Rex doing God's work over here, typing it out so we can put it on screen and get you the exact spelling. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's we don't go hard R on Ginger.
We don't go hard R.
Jinja, not Ginger.
Also, Dan throwing out G.I. Joe for some reason. Yeah, sweet. Love G.I. Joe. We're pro G.I. Joe over here.
All right, let's switch gears because we got to talk about this Kelce.
But can we also talk about how we did drag this shit out for 51 minutes? So I feel good about that.
Well, it wasn't a full 51 minutes because we did like 17 minutes.
Can you just let me fucking have it?
No, I can't. Jesus Christ. But we also did shoehorn in 2 college football stories that we weren't planning on talking about through there. The UT thing and the Big 18. All right, so let's switch gears here. Let's talk about this Kelce cereal. So if you missed it, Travis and Jason Kelce have teamed up with General Mills. They are releasing their own cereal due out in September called Kelce Mix, where it's a mix of their favorite cereals. Like they literally were just like, hey, take this stuff that we like, mix it together in a box and sell it as the Kelce Mix. We'll put our name on it. So their mix is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, and Reese's Puffs, which was weird because the picture that they have for it also includes Honey Nut Cheerios. So I was confused.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out either when I saw this picture earlier. I was like, wait a minute, Honey Nut Cheerios doesn't have shit to do with anything.
Yeah, it's not in the they just
and aesthetically it's fucking with me because they could have each held up 2 boxes.
Yeah,
but Cheerios is just there as the 3rd box for no.
Also, why isn't Kelce Mix in the middle? Like, why is that one off to the side? There's so many questions about this promo ad that they put out.
And where's Taylor?
What everybody was thinking. Isn't it interesting to you guys how it just so happens that their favorite cereals are all General Mills?
It's weird that they're part.
I know, right? Isn't it crazy how that works out?
3 General Mills favorites.
Because I'll tell you what, man. Cocoa Krispies can get fucked. Dino Bites is where it's at. I'll die on that.
What if the Kelce brothers was like the real like glue that this country needed, and they could bring together Kellogg's and General Mills to combine and give you the ultimate cereal? Like it's like right now you're forced to choose a side, but what if they could bridge that gap?
All right, so it's already starting in the comments, and we need to know because Gabe said Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Cinnamon.
What the fuck is that shit? So you're just doubling down on the cinnamon? Yeah. Come on, Gabe.
Well, hold on.
It's the same type of cereal too.
Come on, before you eviscerate my guy over here, think about it as it's all cinnamon flavored, but the texture difference between the two, plus they're both square.
No
units.
No,
I'm sorry.
That's entirely.
Sorry, Gabe. I tried. I'd get down with it.
No, don't get me wrong. It's probably
I bet you. I was gonna say. I bet you it's a perfectly fine combo. But it'd be like saying I'm gonna mix Honey Nut Cheerios and regular Cheerios. Like what?
Rex is already.
Sorry, I just saw Sarah's comment. She said, "Would have been Reese's Puffs, Lucky Charms, and All Brand."
I actually thought about that earlier because I was like, "Man, I love Raisin Bran." But is there a cereal that would quicker fuck up like a threesome than if you're just like this, and then Raisin Bran? Like Raisin Bran just does
So do
not
we-
fit with like any cereal combo. No matter how much you like it, there's no
I
combo.
gotta be
where
honest.
like
I fuck with
Raisin
Raisin
Bran
Bran.
would be okay together with it.
I-
Like fuck naming 2 other cereals. Just name one other cereal that you'd be like, okay, I could eat that with Raisin Bran. Like, can't do it.
I love that you said no other cereal could fuck up a threesome like Raisin Bran. Like now in my mind, I've turned Raisin Bran into a person, and it's like Ron.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
With like his gut hanging out. He's like, "Hey, you want 2 scoops of these raisins, baby?" And I was like, no, I sure don't.
Like
Oh,
serious
man.
old man balls just hanging out everywhere. Yeah, that'd fuck up a threesome, all right, Mike. You got that. Wow.
All right, we got lots of.
And look, and Dan's trying. Like, I mean, it's not a bad effort. Raisin Bran. Wait, no, hold on. I gotta go back. Dan said Raisin Bran and Honey Nut Cheerios could be like. That's the thing. Like, there's a few things that might work, but you wouldn't know until you tried it. It's just like the brand is just such a generic flavor that it's hard to mix with anything.
As Tank says, doing a Delphos threesome with Raisin Bran would suck. Good take, Scott.
Seriously, like, and I love Raisin Bran, but it just does not. It doesn't go well with others. It does not.
Back to Gabe's point from a while ago. Says the guy who combines drinks.
I make it make sense though. Like, I mean, you're not like mixing an IPA with, a fucking stout. Like, come on, you're not going crazy with it. Like, it's gotta make sense.
You're wasting an IPA like that.
Remember in the Raisin Bran commercials when the son would put sunglasses on, which always made me laugh because I'm like, why does he need?
Yeah, no,
sunglasses?
protecting it from himself. Yeah.
Like in the Devil's threesome with Raisin Bran, he's taking the sunglasses off and he's like, "Look me in the eyes. It's the only way I can." God damn it, Raisin Bran! Stop it, man.
You always make it weird.
No, you started this shit, Scott. Don't even.
Well, no,
My
I'm
God.
saying like in that scenario. Like,
So
you
why is
always
this
make it weird with?
why is this the point in the show when we have the highest number of viewers? Like why is it that
It
this shit
never
just always
fails.
kinda works out that way?
The dumbest topic, or the one that we get the most into and off the rails with, is the one that pops the most.
I know.
It's seriously, you can go back and look at all of them. It's the best.
Somehow the Kelce brothers led us to serial sexual encounters.
Look at fucking this fucking Rex over here with his serial terrorist mixing Oops All Berry and Captain Crunch.
Ah, no.
See, no, see.
Fool this man.
What's funny here is this goes all the way back to Gabe's question about mixing a double IPA and it makes it quad IPA. And I'm like, no, it doesn't make it anything. All that makes it is crunch berries. Like regular ass crunch berries.
Mookie, I liked your race card drop there.
Yeah, I misclicked. Someone
I was like,
reordered the
what's
drops on
racist
me.
about that? All right, we got to go through these nominations here. We're gonna rate them and then we'll give ours.
Oh my god!
Because
Yeah,
there's
there's
a ton. Rex had Honey Nut Cheerios and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's I'd fuck with that. That sounds like a good combo. Merck said Honeycombs, Honey Smacks, Honey Nut Cheerios.
No, that might
much
be
honey.
it. And it's funny because
much honey.
individually, Honeycombs and Honey Smacks are kind of trash and suck balls. But just for the ultimate honey combination and the textures would make, I think Dan might be onto something. I'd fuck with it. I'd give it a shot.
I'd try it. I'd try it for sure, but I feel like there's too much honey in that.
I'd spit on it.
I forgot to ask, do you think that Raisin Bran and that sexual encounter would taste like pennies?
Hey man, I heard about this thing called Hawk Tua. You want to check it out? Let's. No, Raisin Bran, leave me alone.
What would it sound like if Raisin Bran was in the Devil's Three-Way with Lou Holtz? That might be a bridge too far, though.
I can't do it without laughing. I'm gonna lose. I can't hold that one together. All right, Raisin Bran, let's just make sure the chips don't touch, okay? That's what we gotta do. That's the number one rule. No eye contact and make sure the chips don't touch, okay? Let's get in there and get to it. Okay, coach, put me in. All right, Matt Barr said Captain Crunch, Frost.
You don't worry about the no's. You only worry about the yeses. The no's determine your future, not the yeses that will come.
That was perfect timing. Well done.
Matt Barr said Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, and Strawberry Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yo, those freeze-dried strawberries are fucking disgusting. I cannot do that fucking cereal. All right, like any cereal that has freeze-dried strawberries, I'm out. They're gross, dude. And I love strawberries are my favorite fruit. I ain't eating freeze-dried ones.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so we're shitting on that one. Dan said Fruity Pebbles and Lucky Charms.
This one's intriguing to me.
I like that one.
It sounds like it's going to be good, but I don't know if it's going to be the best.
See, my combination when we get to it is just going to be my three favorites. It ain't gonna. The taste is going to be absolutely fucked. But I'm just going to put it in a bowl and see what happens. I'm admitting to you now that it's probably going to come
out. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just I like all three of these. I'm gonna put all three of these in a bowl and I'm gonna put them all in my face and let's
and see what happens.
I dig that. I respect it. I think that's.
And I'm gonna have Raisin Bran watching in the corner.
Sometimes I like to watch. That's okay.
Because I mean, just you. Go Irish.
To give you a breather there for a second, because I gotta say, I don't think that their combination necessarily goes together either. Like the Reese's with Lucky Charms and then the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like I don't think that threesome works flavor profile wise either. So if you're just like, oh, I just want my three favorite cereals, like fuck it. Like I got my list.
All right, fair enough. Sarah said Raisin Bran could go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That'd be interesting.
And look, I'm crossing all party lines. Watch me. I'm gonna get real freaky with it.
You're reaching across the aisle, baby.
Yeah. We've been bringing it independent.
Captain Crunch and Rice Krispies. That's not a bad mix.
Yeah, that
I
works.
can see that. Dan said Raisin Bran and Honey Nut Cheerios could be fire. Dan Merg mentioned Raisin Bran and Grape Nuts and Frosted Flakes. I think we talked about that one. I'm getting confused now. All right. Dan also said Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Honey Smacks.
Ooh,
that's
man.
solid.
I think that, but that
Grab
like
that.
just reading that sentence hurts my teeth. Like
It also
that
says
seems
Homie
like-
Smacks, which I feel like I would like to try some Homie Smacks.
Oh well,
like
if we're doing homie smacks,
Those are a much cheaper
I'm
knockoff.
I'm down for the homie smacks because the homies can't have none. It ain't no fun.
I'm your race card. Damn, you cut off Raisin Bran.
I heard he just do it again, forcing right in there like he would, because you know that Raisin Bran's a dude. Like he's that sweaty old. Oh God.
Ugh, that pervert, Raisin Bran pervert.
Fucking Sarah, what a hater. Don't call out my logic. I realized, like, as soon as I started saying it, I was like, well, I guess I'm fucking backpedaling on my shit that I just said like a few seconds ago. Like, I do think that the if you tried to make a flavor profile that worked, it would be better. But when I look again, the original premise of the Kelce brothers, my first thought was those three cereals don't fucking go together. So if the question is what three cereals, if I'm just mixing my three favorite cereals, I can tell you right now, they're not going to taste good together.
I love how serious and composed you're able to say all of that with Dan's comment on the screen. Also, he also correctly pointed out Homie the Clown. Wow, it's the Aldi brand.
Oh wait, did you put the Raisin Bran watching in the corner? Got me.
No, I put Raisin definitely.
Oh, Raisin. Yeah. No, for sure. Raisin Bran is definitely, like I said, it is the odd man out of every party. Like no matter what, Raisin Bran shows up and everybody's like, oh fuck. Raisin Bran's here. God damn it. Is it time to go? Have we been here long enough? Fuck.
All right, let's go around the horn. and let's nominate our mix for what we're going for. If General Mills or Kellogg or both were to approach any one of us and come up with your mix. So Mookie, I'm going to go to you first. Yeah. What is the Mookie mix that would be released?
I don't know who the fuck makes these. I'm pretty sure Post makes at least one of them, but I would want to do Honey Smacks, Waffle Crisp, and Rice Krispie treats, like the ones with the little clumps with the marshmallow in them. That'd be my 3.
It's not bad. It's not a bad offering.
They're exotic flavors, if you will.
The Waffle Crisp is going to be the one that you have an impossible task of trying to hunt down. Like,
but it's so good, dude.
It's so hard to find,
which pains me really.
All right, Scott, what's your
Dorian chiming in? Raisin Bran. It's like that unwanted pregnancy. I love that out of
Raisin Bran is just getting shat on tonight.
Absolutely vilified.
Hey man, I'm not the unwanted pregnancy, but I'll give you one if you want one. You know what I'm saying?
Why did that just remind me of Joe Hall? Shout out Joe Hall. Be well, brother. Keep up the good fight.
I hate Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran always be playing. That's why I don't like. That's why I don't nobody like him.
Raisin Bran is not a homie snacks.
No, definitely not one of those snacks for the homies.
All right, shit. Scott, what's your number for?
We mixing Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, and Golden Grams. Like I said, it ain't gonna taste right at all, but that's what's going down, baby.
Say it again.
We're getting freaky. Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, and Golden Grams.
I think I know actually for a fact Golden Grams and Cocoa Puffs go real well together. Absolutely. The Fruity Pebbles is where
I know. The Fruity Pebbles is the one that comes in and is like the wild card in this instance. But I feel like I'll be all right with it. Little chocolate covered strawberry would be all right.
How underrated is Cocoa Puffs? Because I feel like
so underrated. And you know what? Okay, hold on, and let me ask you. Like this brings up a conversation.
Trash, Scott.
Wow, fuck out of here.
Trash emoji.
Even the question here about this is so funny because
hold on before you get into that. Hold on. Sarah said, in many states, aka kitchens, once you get it, you're stuck with it. Once that Raisin Bran shows up. Sorry, go ahead, Scott. Good play, Mook.
I gotta say, I feel like Cocoa Puffs has gone through like this weird like roller coaster thing. As a kid, it felt like Cocoa Puffs were like one of the unattainable cereals. They felt like one of the cereals that you only had at your friend's house at a sleepover because it was too expensive for your parents to buy, and they were never going to buy that shit because the boxes were way too expensive. You'd eat it all in one weekend, and we fucking did. Like, yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense. And as an adult, I completely understand why they didn't buy the expensive ass fucking cereal. Like, totally made sense. But now I feel like Cocoa Puffs is like one of those forgotten ones, and it's just like, oh yeah, Cocoa Puffs. I guess it can come like to the party. I don't know if I wanted a threesome, but like it can be there. And I'm like, yo, Cocoa Puffs was like an elite, and now it's just like an afterthought. And to me, in my mind, it's still like elite. Like Cocoa Puffs is, yeah. Like, and every time I have Cocoa Puffs, I'm like, you know, maybe I'm overrating this, or maybe it's not as good as I think it is. Like, it's the texture. They've got the texture correct on it to where it not only does it give you the perfect ratio of chocolate in that fucking milk, but it doesn't scrape the roof of your mouth and fuck your whole ass day up.
Not only that, that's true. That's true. They've got the texture right. And no, Gabe, I have not had Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, can we talk about what is
what is Cocoa Puffs?
Cream filling.
What?
Cream filling.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's what I didn't either. So are they bigger puffs with cream in them?
Rex with the correct question. Isn't loaded Cocoa Puffs how you end up?
Yes.
Chase also saying Bran with Jaeger instead of the milk. Hear me out. Scott, you're 100%
Imagine getting
right about
imagine getting
Cocoa
pulled over. Imagine getting pulled over and they test you and you got Jaeger and fucking Raisin Bran in your system. They're like, "Sir, what the fuck were you doing?"
Taking you to a hospital because you need.
But anyway, what was I right about? Go on. More
You're
about
right about everything with Cocoa Puffs, but the one thing you're missing is the comment that Matt Barr made earlier, and I can't find it because it's too far buried at this point. The chocolate milk at the end. After you're done with
Yes.
full of Cocoa Puffs and you have chocolate milk.
It's the
sitting in
most
bowl,
elite milk
amazing.
to drink. It's why chocolate cereals are a tier above just because of that. Like I am not a milk drinker for like any of the cereals pretty much, but if it's a chocolate cereal, I'm fucking in. I'm drinking, I'm slurping that shit up and like licking the bowl. I don't give a fuck because chocolate milk is the best.
Dorian said Cocoa Puff sounds like that ugly girl that you met at the bar towards the end of the night.
Yeah, damn.
I mean,
Wow. You just
accurate,
dropped
but
facts.
one of them is more high quality than the other. I can probably.
Oh,
All right,
hands down.
here's my offering for my mix if I had one. It would be peanut butter crunch, Cocoa Puffs, Kick.
Yeah.
So it's basically
Oh.
Reese's peanut butter cup with that little bit of like mixed flavor to it, like Rice Krispie flavor.
Wait! You said peanut butter crunch,
Peanut
Kick.
butter crunch, Cocoa Puffs, and Kick.
Oh, and Cocoa Puffs. Yes. Oh, I'm in. Yeah. No, I'm in. That tastes like a
Kicked.
much. See, everybody. That's my thing with the Reese's Pieces cereal. That shit is good, except for. And I remember saying this to someone and then being like, yes, I've had that same thought. They need to replace the bullshit chocolate pieces they have in there. They need to do a collabo. They need to do their peanut butter chocolate cereal or their peanut butter cereal pieces with Cocoa Puffs and
Yeah.
that motherfucker and combine.
Yes,
See, that's how you go up to
That
Reese's.
would be the perfect fucking cereal because for whatever reason that their chocolate cereal in that Reese's it sucks. It's
good.
not-
It's garbage, and that's why.
it's
That's why. Like,
terrible.
when I was workshopping this with my wife, and she was like, "Well, Cocoa Puffs and peanut butter crunch isn't that just this essentially
No.
getting Reese's Puffs?" I was like,
No,
"No,
it's
no, no.
different. It's
Absolutely
different.
not.
It's
If we wanted to take this one step further, it would be the Reese's Puffs peanut butter lovers, Cocoa Puffs, and Kicks. Then it's all the same shape. It's all the same texture. Then you get the peanut butter.
Look. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. If I'm going peanut butter cereal, my fat ass is going down that peanut butter Captain Crunch because that peanut butter Captain Crunch is fucking.
Well, that's the one I originally said.
I have mixed peanut butter Captain Crunch with fucking Cocoa Puffs, and let me goddamn tell you, if there was a perfect mix, that was it.
All right, what if we go as straight cookie cereal? You get the Nutter Butter cereal
Cookie
that they
Crisp?
had,
I have not had
Crisp
the Nutter Butter
and the
cereal.
Oreo O's. Like, what if
Mm.
that was the mixture?
Oreo O's suck.
Oreos. Yeah, they weren't
They
that
do not
good.
taste. Yeah, they do
Which
not
is-
taste
which
enough
is
like
shitty
Oreos.
because if you take a bowl of cereal and you just put an Oreo in it with a spoon, it's fucking fantastic. Like you can't go wrong.
Right, like they would have been better off just crunching up Oreos and being like,
Right, here
"Hey,
you go,
there's
there's
the
cereal."
cereal." Like this is just broken up Oreos. Yeah,
Guys,
now
I think
pour
what we've-
milk on it.
I think what we have proved here tonight, between the comment section and us, is that the Kelce brothers don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No, clearly
Because
not.
this
No.
mixture of Reese's Puffs, Lucky Charms, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch is hot garbage. Absolute garbage.
Hey. That being said, I'm absolutely grabbing a fucking box if I see it. 'Cause I gotta fucking try it. Like I have to confirm for myself that the flavor profile that I'm thinking and how it's going to taste is not going to work. And I you know what I think is actually going to ruin this mixture is the wheat pieces from the Lucky Charms. Like that flavor is what's going to mess this up because I think if you just had the marshmallows, if you could somehow separate the cereal portion and just keep the marshmallows, I think it would go a lot better. But that flavor is very distinctive. Like I love Lucky Charms by themselves, but I just don't think they're going to mix well with
But
the
do you think-
cinnamon and everything.
Do you think it's required to have that in there because they're like, look, man, if you have just that much sugar in a cereal, we're gonna get sued for causing diabetes.
I mean, I'm sure that there was some type of like like the parameters on this whole thing. Like it's like they really enjoy these cereals because I heard it was based off the top 10 list that they made. Like for like a
Yeah,
bracket
their
or something.
favorites, yeah.
Yeah. So, and like they legitimately each agreed that these were the 3 top cereals. So I don't think that it had to do much coaxing, but if there was any discrepancy, I guarantee you that they would figure out a way to close the gap, because General Mills absolutely wants this fucking thing to happen. They're like, oh yeah, look at, we're fucking talking about this because of these assholes. So General Mills, they got exactly what they fucking wanted.
Dorian said you can't be sober and eat those cereals together. He's absolutely right. This is totally like,
yeah, it's a stoner mix.
Stoned out of your mind. And you're like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix Reese's Puffs. I'm gonna mix Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, it's a stoner mix.
And then Mookie Chase rightfully pointing out, wait. So Mookie thinks the solution to
No.
Lucky Charms.
No, that's why they had to have the wheat pieces and not just the marshmallows. Like, I think they would have preferred to have just the marshmallows from the Lucky Charms, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and the Reese's Puffs. But I think they're like, yeah, but we should keep the wheat part in to, thin it out a little bit.
I like the idea of, under any circumstances, trying to make Lucky Charms a healthy cereal. trying to classify it as a healthier choice.
I love the
cereals.
They're like, listen, guys, Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Reese's Puffs. We gotta up the value here. We gotta make this a little bit more palatable. We can't have all of this sugar. Let's come up with something a little bit healthier. And they're like, how about Lucky Charms? Fucking nailed it. There you go, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But only because of the wheat pieces.
It balances it out. The grams of sugar per like whatever that you'd be eating went dramatically down.
Oh my god.
Or, god damn it. Chase saying if Lucky Charms is the quote healthy unquote option, then something has gone terribly wrong.
Right.
Or terribly right.
Dorian, I don't like the stray that we caught here where he said, of course they love that type of cereal. They're from Ohio.
But we don't. Didn't we just say?
No, he's been the Kelce brothers. The Kelce brothers love that.
Oh, those motherfuckers. Yeah, don't lump them in with us.
Yeah, don't besmirch the name of good Ohio.
They've abandoned Ohio for their Philly and their KC, so fuck them.
God damn it, Mookie!
That's
this is happening way too much tonight.
That's the 5th time tonight. So Tank said these guys aren't what I would call foodies. Getting the bag though. I won't be buying their Bud Light, Natty Light, and Busch Light combo beer. I proffer to you, isn't that just Keystone Light?
But what's funny is, I was gonna say at least those 3 things would taste fine together. You wouldn't be like, wow, like what? Who combined this?
Matt Barr saying, quote, besmirch Ohio, unquote, is an all-time oxymoron, and Chase following it up with Ohio besmirches the name of Ohio. Hashtag facts. I identify as from Michigan.
Speaking of Ohio, there was one story that happened that broke that we got to talk about, guys. What the fuck happened to Joe Burrow? What is this look that Joe Burrow is rocking? Joe Burrow shows up.
Wait, are you serious right now?
Yes, Joe Burrow showed up to camp. He has cut the hair. He went buzz cut and dyed it bleach blonde. It was like Joe Burrow heard Houdini for the first time. It was like, you know what? I'm bringing it back, baby. Here we go.
I hope that was it. I hope that was the reason. I hope he was like, yo, this y'all heard this new guy? Eminem is hot. Eminem is hot. I'm feeling this.
I listened to the album forward and backwards. It's a totally different story. If you listen to it backwards, you should totally do that. Also, I dyed my hair, guys. Let's go.
He looks like Hardcore Holly. Like that's all I see is Hardcore Holly when I look at this photo. Like, what is happening? But I mean, he's clearly. I'll give him this. He's clearly aware of the media attention that whatever he does with his fucking hair gets. So I applaud him for doing this. This is akin to fucking Bronson with his fucking braids. Like, it's just like, oh, y'all are paying attention to like simple little shit. Like, fine, I'll just do something real outlandish, like so that it gives you something else to talk about. So I appreciate it, but also he's got to live like that. So like, fuck, he looks not great.
when I was 12, I wanted to put Sun-In in my hair, and my dad was like, "No, you're gonna look like a douchebag if you do that," and I wasn't allowed to do it. And then I saw this, and I'm like, "Nah, good call, pops. You were right.
Oh, it's not a good look. Not a good look.
Matt Barr wanting to know if this makes Zach Taylor Cheddar Bob. Couldn't even get it out.
He does shoot himself in the foot a lot, so that's
this does at least, like, I'm glad you brought this up, because now this explains a lot of stuff I've seen on like social media and the Facebook group. I kind of get it more now, so thank you.
You're welcome. Happy to help. Dorian said he looks like Cody Rhodes, and Tank also saying BRB playing the Cody Rhodes butt rock theme. Rex said he looks like Timu Cody Rhodes. Sarah said he's in his punk rock era. And Whitey, going back to the cereal conversation, said this show is giving me diabetes by proxy.
Well, you're welcome, Whitey. That's what we're here for.
So is this fucking hairstyle. It's giving me diabetes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do a classic craft brewed sports game here. Fire or dumpster fire? Joe Burrow as Eminem cosplay. Fire or dumpster fire, Scott?
Dumpster fire.
Mookie, fire or dumpster fire?
Fire.
Oh, wow. That was a shocker.
He's living rent free in people's heads. Like, good for you, boy. Like, he can be turning this into money.
Is he, though? Really?
We're talking about it, so he must be.
Dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire look, man. You had such glorious hair, and you fucking shaved it off. You son of a bitch! You don't know.
You just bitter, because I was gonna say
you had hair, you bastard, and then you're trying to cut it off. Oh, you son of a bitch! You people with hair that cut it off make me sick. One day you're gonna be like, I wish I fucking still had that hair, and you're not gonna have it anymore, and instead you're gonna have this. And that's all you're going to be able to grow. And you're going to be disgusted with yourself. And you're going to look back on those years and be like, man, I wish I never cut that hair. This is all your fault, Joe Burrow. Also, Bengals going to the Super Bowl, confirmed.
Sarah chiming in saying, not fire, but better than the longer haired shit. To her, it's the color. The color is poor.
That's
interesting take from a woman who would know what she's talking about better than poor, bald, bitter Mike.
That's fair. Chase also saying dumpster fire. He's living rent free in people's heads. He was doing that anyway. LOL. He didn't have to do this. Very true. Just ask any Kansas City Chiefs fan or Robert Taylor. Joe Burrow lives right now.
I like the delayed camera spot on you. Like, actually, yes, you are right, but letting it linger. Well done. I think it was unintentional, but fucking still hilarious.
Dude,
like, guys, right? You got me?
Right, fellas? Back me up on this one. Somebody talk into a microphone in your face. Nobody's gonna say anything.
No, I was perfect. I was purposefully letting it sit there. I was like, "Oh, you're gonna own this one. Like, you're going ahead and wallow in it." But like, you were just like, it made it even funnier.
If it makes you feel better, Mike, Tank is saying, thanks, Mike, for spitting facts. Thank you for representing us.
You are welcome, Tank. I do what I can to represent our community in the best way possible. It's just unacceptable when somebody with hair they make this choice and appropriates our bald culture.
It's cultural appropriation you're saying now. Well, now we have to get HR involved. This is a thing. This is a thing now.
It's vulture appropriation is what it is. I'm not.
Move this man.
That's fair. I'm not proud of that. All right, two real quick football stories before we shift gears here. Number one, Netflix announced some Untold documentaries that are coming out this year.
I'm so excited about
this. The first one that I was excited about was about Air McNair and the 2000 Super Bowl season for the Titans, and then the 2009 murder of Steve McNair. That's going to be an unreal documentary, I think. And then the other one is the Connor Stalions thing. Connor Stalions tells his side of the sign stealing story from Michigan. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Like, there have been movies that I've been excited about and documentaries I've been excited about. I have never been more excited than I have been since that's been announced. I want Connor Stalions. I mean, let's face it, he's not really going to say anything. Like, it's all going to be kind of bullshit, and he's going to cover up for Michigan. But I want to know what he was doing on Central Michigan sidelines. Like, I got to know why he had the Ray-Bans on that were video recording on Central Michigan sidelines. If he doesn't address that, this whole documentary is bullshit. Scott, are you excited for these new Netflix Untolds?
100%. I mean, I'm slightly more excited about the McNair one, but that's only because it was such a tragic, weird way for it all to end. like that story. It was just really sad, but I'm interested in seeing that. But yes, I absolutely want to see what the fuck this whole Michigan thing is, because you're right, it's gonna be bullshit. Like, no matter what we hear, it's just gonna be the he said or she said version of the he said she said. And so it's like, but I mean, the fact that they're making a documentary out of it, making a spectacle, I'm all in. Also, tomorrow, the fucking Pete Rose on HBO Max, the fucking Pete Rose doc comes out, and I am fucking all. Yeah, I kept forgetting about it because I saw a promo for it a really long time ago, and I remember thinking July 24th, that's forever away. And then I was sitting there yesterday, I think, and I was like, wasn't the Pete Rose documentary supposed to come out? And I was like, oh shit, it's this week. So yeah, I'm super excited to watch that. It's good week for fucking sports TV.
I think
Matt Marson.
No,
Somebody took the air out of McNair. Mike stares at the camera.
Matt also said, Tank, us hairs don't care for Mike's bitterness. So I feel like I had to make sure that side got represented in the conversation. It didn't just get skipped on over.
Gonna be a good week for
sports documentary TV.
Also, Scott, Cobra Kai dropped. The first of the last season dropped on Netflix. I have not watched it yet. How far behind are you with that face? How many seasons back are you?
No, I'm not seasons back, but the most recent season, I only made it through like the first 4 episodes. Like when Miguel found out his fucking dad was some like crazy ass fucking.
Whoa! Spoiler alert!
Yeah, I'm spoiling, motherfucker. But like that was like where I stopped, and I just never finished the most recent season. So not terribly far behind, but I mean, we're still talking like what, 6-7 episodes. Like
the fact that you started it and didn't finish it is.
I know. It's egregious on my account too. Like I hate starting and not finishing shit, but for whatever reason, I got sidetracked. It's funny enough. I think I got sidetracked. I started watching Bel Air. That
I mean, okay, that's
you know what? I finished watching the first season of that, and then fell off of that too. So on brand with that shit. I guess. I don't know.
Bel Air was fire. That was a good show.
It was, but like I said, it left on a good spot, and then I didn't pick it up in the second season. Real weird though about Cobra Kai though, because I was super into it. Got one of my buddies who I knew would absolutely love it into it. He passed me. Him and his kids ended up watching it like multiple times. Like I haven't gone back and watched any of like the earlier thing. He's watched through the entire series like 3 or 4 times already. I'm like, holy shit! I never even finished No, it's great. There's nothing.
Do you remember that first season when it was just on YouTube Red?
Yes.
Like that's where the Cobra Kai.
Yeah, like it was more cool when you had to like find ways to watch it. But no, I don't know, for whatever reason I lost track of it in the most recent season. It just
all right, go back, start at episode 1 and regain your love for Cobra Kai. Rex wants to know, will people even watch these documentaries or be too busy playing college football 25?
Well, I'm gonna have to take a break because on top of that, fucking Deadpool and Wolverine comes out this week. So you
don't have like TV on in the background when you're playing these games. You're literally just sitting there playing.
Dude, I'm getting my ass whooped while I'm focusing on the game. I'm damn sure not turning TV on in the background like I got it like that. No, not for this. I'm not at that place yet.
Would you turn a game on in the background if you were coaching on the sidelines at Akron University? I don't think so. You take this shit seriously. You fucking zone in and you deliver the best performance you can.
Look, man,
You're not serious about this at all. I'm so disappointed in you.
Well, yeah, I don't have to be serious when I be putting up W's, man. Like what?
I'd be putting up W's. Yeah, I guess I would too if I started my career out as the head coach of Notre Dame.
Head coach of Notre Dame, difficulty level freshman, and
no.
The expectations are that I win every game. Like those are the expectations. That's the
this
list.
is
That's
not
the list that they
ball,
gave me. They were like, go undefeated for 30 years. I'm like, I mean, I guess I kind of have to in these.
You remember when NCAA had that one button mode where it was you just had to press one button? That's what Mookie plays on. Yeah. Mookie plays on one button mode where he's just like, I just have to press X and Notre Dame wins a national championship. This game's fun. Here we go.
Right? Like childhood dream come true. I get to see my team win a national title, and I'll probably never see it. I was laughing earlier today because I was playing before the show, and I put the controller down to go do something. I came back and I was like, they're punting. I didn't even have to play. Then I get the ball back. This is sweet, right?
Jesus.
That's what happens when you build a great team. You get a great coaching staff, talented player.
All the way up for him, and he's got like freshman mode. He's like, I don't even have to. I just press X, and then everything happens for me. This is fun. Put in the goddamn work, Mookie. Put in the goddamn work.
For free. He backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Early. It doesn't count.
Bullshit. I got you. My fucking clock said 9:30. No, mine says 9:30. Yeah, see, Rex has got my fucking back. Your clock is wrong, you son of a bitch.
It just turned 9:30.
No,
just turned
on
9:30.
my
Also,
computer,
the show has only been live for an hour, 29 minutes, and 58 seconds.
Mine says it's been live for an hour and 30 minutes.
Hang on.
No. I know what this means. We either owe motherfuckers free pizza or
bingo. Either we went before 8 o'clock, even though Rex was like, it's 8 o'clock and the music hasn't even started yet, or
for free. He backed it in. We're going to overtime.
A double overtime?
No, now we're in overtime.
Bullshit.
Oh, don't be mad because I outsmarted you. I'm like, you know what? You make a compelling argument. We're not giving them free pizza, and now it's overtime.
How did I get got by the overtime drop twice in one night?
I was just going to say, you played yourself.
This is what's better, this or last week where you sitting there hovering and I just swoop in accidentally. Scott got him twice. Like, Mike, you just like this one, apparently. Like Scott has well done.
Fuck up his overtime drop, Mookie. Why'd you fuck up my overtime drop?
Oh, I was sitting there
hovering
hovering
about the Charlie Hustle
I
show.
was hovering on it from like at like 9:21. I was watching the fucking clock. I'm like, I am not getting got this week.
But I was ready, and all right, let's peek behind it. Let's lay it all out there. I was trying to vamp, and then I was gonna throw it to you because I saw the clock.
Oh, I was watching. I wasn't saying a fucking word. I clammed up.
I was leading up to. I was vamping and being a bullshit like blowhard, and then I was gonna throw it to you at 1:29 and 30 seconds so that you had to talk and I could hit you. And you went early. You came early, Scott. I don't come early. Yes, you do, Raisin Bran. You came early this time. Okay?
Bullshit. I promise you, I was sitting there because I was looking at the clock and I was like, this is the world's longest minute. It's been 9:29 for so long. I don't know if it's going to change. Like, is that clock going to change? And then I didn't want to blink. I refused to blink. So I promise you, when it said 9:30 was the minute, the moment I hit that drop. Now, whether or not it was on yours or we were live, what the fuck ever, like technicalities. But my shit said 9:30, so fuck you.
As Rex pointed out, a very professional show.
I'm irrationally angry over this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm very, very pissed off because I had a plan to fucking get you.
That's the best because I had the same plan for the longest time, and I just you know what, this is the college coaching career thing. See, sometimes you just execute your plan better. Sometimes it's not about having the better players; it's about executing your game.
I don't even know what I was saying. I was literally
it didn't matter. It didn't matter at 9:30. I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, he's talking. This is great.
I wasn't looking at the clock. I was looking at the live time. because I was like, we went a little bit early. Like, I've got plenty of time here.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's the thing. We were looking at two different clocks. I just went by 9:30 on the actual clock. That was it. It doesn't matter.
That means we went really early. So all those claims for free.
Yeah, exactly, motherfuckers.
Because we went way early.
You don't get shit, and Mike lost on the overtime. Like it's a good week.
I mean, I think this is what the people want to see.
Let's talk about it.
Boom shakalaka!
WNBA All Stars whoop that ass on Team USA, boys.
Just like you said,
What it
right?
was gonna be. Caitlin Clark had 10 assists. Angel Reese had a double-double. They basically fucking just beat the shit out of Team USA, made them regret every decision they've made. Scott, I feel like if we sent Team USA and the WNBA All Stars to the Olympics, we would end up with gold and silver, and it wouldn't be close. I
think you're absolutely right. Like this, we said that though before the game that it was going to go one of two ways. Either Team USA was going to care so much that they were just going to just beat the brakes off of them, or they were going to care so little that, this very capable team of WNBA All Stars, even without the Olympiads, would be able to beat them. And yeah, I don't see why there'd be any. Now I do wonder what, because everybody, that was the first thing everybody said. It was, well, Team USA didn't have to care and they didn't, and yada yada yada. I would like to see. I really wish that we could get, like, fuck the rest of the Olympics. Give me this matchup. Like, I want to see what it looks like. Like, everybody wanted to see the hidden tapes of Team USA playing during the '92 Barcelona Olympics for the men. Like, this is what I want to see. I want to see the practice, the scrimmages of the Team USA and the All Stars going at it, because this looks like the actual, like, gold medal matchup. Like, the rest of the world, I can't imagine them do anything other than dominating. Now, on the men's side, good fucking God. Jesus Christ.
Rough go for the men's team. They nearly lost to South Sudan. LeBron bailed him out at the last second. King James earning that flag bearer designation that he got because he's not only carrying the U.S. flag, he's carrying Team USA on his back. By himself, because not only did he save them from losing to South Sudan, he also saved them from losing to Germany. The men's team looks horrible. Like it maybe they're just like not taking it seriously because these are tune-up games.
No, we've seen this with the men though. That's not how this works anymore, dude. Like I don't know about them making it out of like the second round or out of pool play even. Like,
well, they'll make it out of pool play. They've got a
will they?
Yes, they've got a very easy group.
South Sudan.
South Sudan is there? Are they in their group?
They better hope not.
I was just gonna say. I mean, I hope they aren't. They looked bad. So I mean, well, like I know the expectation is, and that they probably will, but like, gone are the days of just like dominating and even getting to the finals and expecting to see Spain there, because that seemed to be like the next battle was just like, okay, well, Spain is the next closest competition and they give us the best game. It's like, no, other fucking teams do that shit. I won't forget about fucking what's his name from Notre Dame for fucking Australia sitting there popping all of them goddamn threes. What's that kid's name?
Kavanaugh?
No, not Kavanaugh. What the fuck was that kid's name? Didn't he go to Notre Dame?
I don't think we have good basketball players.
No, outside of Kavanaugh, that's really the only good Notre Dame basketball player that's ever existed.
No, he played for
Boom.
No, hey, I said Notre Dame, but his name was Patty Mills.
So you just thought that
you put Patty Mills in Notre Dame?
Race card.
you racist that bitch.
Wow.
You thought because his name was Patty, he went to Notre Dame. You son of a bitch. Tyson rightfully pointing out.
That was incredible.
Forget about what's his name.
Yeah, I did realize as I said that, I was like, wait, that didn't make sense.
It's
Patty
overtime, man. Legs get tired, and decision making starts to
I
slip.
had Patty Mills at Notre Dame. His name was Patty. That might be the
Wow.
greatest thing I've done on this show.
Guys, I just looked up our group. So our group that we're in for the Olympics, we have South Sudan in the group. We have Puerto Rico, and then we've got Serbia, who has the Joker playing for them. We could be in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. Pool play, man. Like, are we gonna escape it?
It's not as bad as the group of death. Group of death is Group A. They've got Australia, Greece, Canada, and Spain. So at least we've got some competition eliminated right off the jump out of that group, because holy shit, that is a group of death. Dorian saying we're losing because of Kerr and non-American Joel Embiid. We're not losing, though. That's the thing. We're winning. It's just we're not winning by as much. I think the Team USA was favored by like 40 against South Sudan.
They're favored by 43, and U.S. women were favored by 12.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so listen. So that just means one thing. Our basketball teams, our national basketball teams, are good teams. They're not great. Great teams cover. Good teams just win the game. So they just need to be great.
Right.
They need to cover that spread.
I feel like this is Team USA men's basketball. This right here. Like this is the official look of Team USA men's basketball in 2024. A look straight out of the year 2000, trying to make it still happen in 2024. You hope. You just, all you can do is watch and hope that it plays well for them. Like, that's all we got.
I mean, if you think
also,
about it,
I lied. We were favored by 7. The U.S. women were favored by 7
over the WNBA.
So your boy with the 8-point line last week was pretty dead on.
That was pretty dead on.
And they still won outright too. So WNBA All Stars, great team. U.S. men's team, U.S. women's team, good team.
Good team.
No, actually, no.
They're good teams. They're not great. Yeah, start covering the spread, and then we can consider you a great team.
That's right.
But as of right now, but they're not losing. Oh, well, women's team did. But the men's team isn't losing. LeBron is carrying them on his back. His 40-year-old aching back. He's strapping the team on, and wait, pause. He's strapping it on and winning the game.
Well done.
Let's end the show with baseball real fast.
Here's the pitch. Oh shit.
Scott shot our load at the top of the show, but Bobby Witt Jr. was going for the cycle. He started off the game with a triple. Then he hit a double, I believe, in the 3rd inning, and then a homer in the 4th. As he came up in the 6th inning, fans in Kansas City were on their feet. It was going to be the first time that a Royal hit for the cycle in 34 years. The fans were excited, and then he got beaned. Just fucking beaned him. He took his base. There was chirping from the dugouts. The next inning, the Royals pitcher beaned somebody from Arizona. That's when everything kind of got chaotic. Arizona's manager got thrown out. Both benches were worn. It turned into chaos. Scott, was this an intentional beaning to prevent Bobby Witt Jr. from hitting for the cycle?
No.
Oh, hot tip.
I don't think it was. I mean, I know everybody reacted as such, and of course, if you're a Kansas City fan, of course you're gonna like think that they're out to get you and that this was intentional and all that. But Torey Lovello, the manager for the Diamondbacks, came out and said, hey, we would never do something like that. And we certainly this was the funniest part, because I was like, oh, the subtext of that is, though, you may have done it if it wasn't him, but he basically said, like, oh, that's one of the stars of our game, like we would never do that, like it doesn't help the game, around the game. But it's like, if his name wasn't Bobby Witt, he was just some other schmo, maybe would have thought about it. But Bobby Witt, no, we definitely didn't do that, because we know we'd hear from the commissioner's office about it, intentionally, like they would bring down the hammer on us intentionally hurting one of the faces of the game. So no, I don't think that they did it on purpose. But if it wasn't Bobby Witt, I'd have my fucking questions.
I do love he even came out and said, like, I said it to the umpire, and I made sure that they could hear me.
Yeah.
We would not do this to the face of baseball.
Yes. Like it was extra demonstrative. It's like, I would not look at, I recorded myself sleeping. This is my alibi. There's no way that I committed that murder because this is me in my bed sleeping. I would not have committed that murder. It's like, do you always film yourself sleeping? No, but this is how I want to make
Tonight I did for no other reason.
Right. Like, I would never hit Bobby Witt. He's one of the faces of the game. If his name wasn't Bobby Witt, though, then he might have just caught a ball. And he might have not gotten the thing. But tonight, because it's Bobby, I promise you, we didn't do that shit.
Mookie, as a non-baseball fan, you have a player who has gotten the 3 hardest parts of the cycle out of the way. All he needs is a single to complete the cycle. A pitcher beans him in his last at bat, and he does not get the cycle. From a non-baseball fan's perspective, was this intentional?
I mean, I hope so because it makes it more interesting. Like, you keep saying the face of baseball. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I don't know. If you would have just hit the cycle, it would have been like, so-and-so hit for the cycle. Sweet. That happens like plenty of times a year. But the fact that he got hit in the head so he didn't get hit for the cycle, now that's a team I can get behind. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that approach to the game. Did they lose?
I don't even know. But Mookie, it's not something that happens multiple times.
It is not.
It's a very rare occurrence.
Oh, it happens all the time. Whatever.
Quick Googling
Although
here.
funny enough, it did happen on Sunday night. Jordan Alvarez hit for the cycle.
Boom.
That's neither here nor there because
Evidence.
Yes, it really does. I think last week you even said you yourself mentioned about it being something that only happens a handful of times a season. And seriously, it may happen like 5 to 7 times.
I just Googled it. There have been 346 times that a player is hit for the cycle.
Dude, that's like
since,
5 times a year then, basically.
Since 1882. That was the first time a player hit for the cycle. It has happened 346 times.
Tell me how many times a year that is, because it sounds like it's like 10.
I don't think your math is mathing on that.
No,
one.
that math seems
it's
way off.
Me, so
You said, hang on. You said it is right now. It is 2024, and you said 346 times since 1882 is like 10 times a season.
years with like that strike and shit, and then there was the wars. Like, yeah, you adjusted for inflation, you know, all that crap.
Oh wow, that is a stretch.
And Matt Barr is absolutely right. This is not a math show, so I'm using it for my advantage.
Gabe with the correct thing. It's girl math. You've got
Oh
say that
shit!
shit.
Yep, there it is.
I ain't say that shit.
And while Matt did say this is not a math show, Rex said, but it is a show.
But it is
You
a
goddamn right, Rex.
And it has been.
Let's go ahead and talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. We're rating them on Caesar scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what was in your mug? What mixture did you concoct tonight? And was it a dog?
Tonight I combined Southern Tier's Orange Twist, last week's favorited Dreamsicle, along with Wooden Casks Girl Next Door Blonde Ale. It's a dog. It just muted the booziness that the Southern Tier Orange Crush has. So
Your eyes tell me
All the
it
way.
did not mute any of the booziness, and it just added to the booziness.
I don't drink much anymore. It doesn't. It does not, man. Like, whew, I am a fucking cheap date. God damn.
Literally.
I brought 4 beers, and I brought 4 beers, and halfway through the first combo, I was like, yo, this is it for me tonight. There's no way I'm finishing all 4 of these motherfuckers. I will be wrecked.
It really got the booziness. Pretty good. It wasn't as boozy as it could have been. It's just not as boozy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a dog. It's a dog.
It's a dog. All the way dog. God damn. Good times.
Mookie,
You got you, man.
what was in your mug, dog or no dog?
Yeah, I had
That's
a
how
great
I feel
fruit
right now.
IPA. Hey, man, he looks like he's feeling good, though. He may not be looking good, but he's feeling good. Main Squeeze Grapefruit IPA from Talia Brewing Company. It's a dog. I got pissed earlier about the app, but that 7% with that grapefruit flavor, we all good.
All right. I had 1985 Mango IPA from New Belgium Brewing. Great can art on this one with like the skeleton wearing like some cool 80s jacket. 6.7%. Absolute dog. That is a great beer. Good flavor profile. Can't wait to try the rest in this variety pack. Fellas, Rex said it the best. This was a show. This was a show that happened.
100%.
We did a thing. We talked a lot about college football, way more than I thought we were going to talk about.
We really did. I did not.
I
think
told
we
you it was
would
going to be
get
the
that much
whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, Mookie really did.
I told you. And I still don't know how recruiting works, so thanks a lot for that, assholes.
You're welcome. Just slide in the DMs, baby. That's all you
All
got. Also, cereal takes. Well, send us your favorite mixes. Scott, I know you said you want to try this. Can you do this like a supplemental video? Can you review the Kelce mix? Like film yourself eating the cereal?
Yeah, if I find it out in the wild, I will 100% buy it and give my thoughts on it. In fact, that might be something that I could just do like a quick Instagram video or something like that. That's a good idea. If I can find it or when I find it, I will put something together.
All right, perfect. That's what I like to hear. That's how you fucking build on it, everybody. You get extra content all around the place. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. This was a fun-ass show. The comment section was fire tonight, so thank you all for tuning in, for leaving a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go do that, and then tell a friend. Find a friend and be like, look, these guys are ridiculous. They made Raisin Bran a sexual assaulter. You got to check them out. Tell them to subscribe. Send this link to one of your friends that would like this ridiculous humor that we have each and every week, and tell them to tune in every Tuesday right here on YouTube. Be sure to follow us at Crafty Sports. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You can join the Facebook group. It's really annoying right now, but it's normally fun. Fucking douchebags. It can be a good time again. So go check that out. It's really the only reason I have Facebook. Starting to be the reason why I want to get rid of Facebook completely. But it's neither here nor there. Just fucking go join that. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content at the Belly Up Sports Media Network. Go hit up those podcasts and check out everything at Belly Up Sports. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
1, 2, 3. It was a good show.
You'll never walk alone, dog.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on.